Now, the big question for today, when do you give your child a mobile phone? When and if? Now, recently, the New South Wales government banned phones in primary schools for this year in response to an independent review finding that their use had driven a rise in online bullying, distractions in class, and the sharing of explicit material. So, north of the border, go up past Albury and no phones in schools for this year. France has also banned smartphones at schools for students younger than 15. Then on the back of the horrendous situation here in Melbourne, that attack on that poor young girl, you know, you wouldn't want your young teenager probably going out without a phone just as a precaution. I'd love your thoughts. 96900 693. Surely most people would have a mobile phone in this day and age, you would imagine. Maybe you don't. Maybe you survive without one. Love to hear from you. 96900 693. That's the big question. What age do you get your child a mobile phone? And do you let them take it to school? Well, to kick off proceedings, we are talking about a product now, and it's called the Space Phone, I think, or SPACETALK. And this is a clever phone because there are limitations on how it's used by children and how it's programmed. To find out more about it, Mark Fortunatow joins us. Mark, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Darren. Thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah, it's called the SPACETALK phone, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's an all-in-one watch, smartphone and GPS device, and it's for younger kids. So it's for kids between the ages of 5 and 12. So it's really for primary school age kids and the kids before they're old enough to have their own smartphone and deal with all the nasties, such as social media, open internet and YouTube. So it's a safe device for young kids.
It's a safe device for young kids. So how is it, how do they prevent from using it to look up things that they shouldn't be and for online bullying? It's a very clever phone, this one. How does it work, Mark? Okay,
well, it's an all-in-one device. So it's a watch, it's a smartphone and GPS device that the kids wear, just like an ordinary wristwatch.
Yeah, it looks like a little wristwatch, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly, just like a wristwatch.
Yeah.
Just a little bit fancier and with bright colours. But then there's an accompanying parent app. And the parents on their app can select which contacts or which people the kids can make calls to or receive calls from, and to SMS messages as well. So it's a very locked-down device.
Yeah.
So there's no chance of the child being bullied by unwanted messages coming up from unknown people or receiving weird phone calls or indeed themselves being bullied by texting other kids. This is a very lockdown, safe device.
So only the parents can contact the child via this device?
No, the parents can, but they set up a list. So it could be mum, dad, grandma, grandpa,
next-door neighbour.
Uncle, next-door neighbour, brother, sister, that type of thing.
Yeah.
So they just lock it down to a contact list that they choose.
So they go to the phone and then they say, I need to urgently speak to my next-door neighbour, which has been programmed in, and then they can call that person.
Absolutely.
And that's all that they can do on it.
That's it.
That's so clever, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep. Well, it's an Aussie design. It's something that we've been working on the company for 5 years now.
Yeah, we've spoken before, Mark, and this has taken off since we last spoke. I believe your company's been listed on the stock exchange as well, so it's a great success story.
Yeah, thanks. It really is. We've had a great year selling the watch, and we've hit record numbers going into Christmas, and we're in the back-to-school period. It's available online on our website and JB Hi-Fi. It's great. Parents are loving it, absolutely loving it.
Yeah.
It's a really responsible device for kids.
For sure. And surely the New South Wales government or schools in New South Wales, surely they would allow a device like this, having just banned general sort of phones for primary school use?
Well, that's an interesting one. First of all, it's fine to ban a phone, but then you deal with the consequences of how do you contact your child if, say, you're running late to pick them up from school, or it's raining, or they've missed the bus and they don't know where they are. So you still need a device or way of contacting your kids.
Yeah.
So this is a very, very safe way of doing it. But the other really good thing is that on the watch, we've got this thing called school mode,
right,
which means that during school hours, the device is just an ordinary wristwatch. You can't make phone calls,
right.
you can't send text messages, no GPS, nothing like that.
Yeah.
It's just an ordinary wristwatch.
Yeah.
And then comes 3:30 when school's over, bang, it becomes a normal watch again, a normal phone again.
That's clever. And the GPS started. I love GPS. I reckon it's underutilised technology that just amazes me. I just get a thrill out of it every time I look at my Garmin. I know I have a simple life. But having said that, with a GPS tracker, does that mean that parents can track exactly where their child is at any time if they want to?
Well, yes, they can track, but it's not really how parents use it. They just like to keep an eye on where they are, where they're meant to be, or if they need to pick them up from some location. Or it actually works in another way as well. So you can put what's called like a safe zone around school, or around the bus stop, or around home, and the watch or the system will tell parents that they've arrived, say, to school by the designated time, or they haven't. So it's not something you have to keep checking up on. It just automatically tells you if your kids are where they're meant to be or if they're not where they're meant to be.
If I had little kids, I'd be getting one of these, Mark. And how much are they? They're only a few hundred, aren't they?
And it's $349.
Yeah.
They're actually on a back-to-school special online at our website, www.spacetalkwatch.com. And they're on special at JB Hi-Fi at the moment for back to school for $2.99.
Oh, fantastic! Hey, good to talk to you, Mark. And I'm glad it's going so well. I loved this technology first time we chatted. It's an Adelaide product, born and bred in Adelaide like yourself, and it's taken the world by storm.
It certainly has. Thank you so much for having me on the show.
Good on you, Mark. Developer of Space Talk. Check it out. Up next, calls. What is the age that's too young for a child to get a mobile phone? The Space Talk phone, have you got one? Are they any good? Or maybe you are one of the rare people that are going to a landline right now because you don't have a mobile phone. Love to hear from you on 3AW. This is the big question, or these are the big questions at 12.